Hello everyone and welcome back.
Hello?
Sorry, my microphone is going all kinds of crazy. Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I am doing pretty swell myself. Looks like my VC face crashed. Welcome back to the channel that loves the challenge. I am your host, Azanovox, also known as experiencing many technical issues today. We'll go ahead and get on into it shortly. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow. All of that good stuff helps the channel grow. And for all of you returning viewers, thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to come see me. We'll go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Obviously, I'm just finishing up my technical bits and stuff like that. You got jump scared by my voice? Well, I mean, wouldn't want to go ahead and have any type of jump scares. You know, I don't try and go ahead and get anybody jump scared or whatnot, but you know. Anyway, yeah, I think we are all good. Good evening and good luck with the Nuzlocke again. Thank you very much, Bryant. I assume that means you were just popping out for today. We won't see you in, but yeah. We'll go ahead and get started here. I think I still got a couple more things to get set up. But I'll just leave my mic up and whatnot. Your character was gone for a bit? Yep. That's the technical issues. It do happen. It do be doing that sometimes. Why is YouTube always switching up their algorithm or switching up the way that they go ahead and do their search functions or switching up how people log into stuff? Man, I get freaking tired of the way YouTube handles business sometimes. I'm just like, can you just keep one thing looking normal and looking live and well and ready and not, like, goof it up with something? Some experimental tactic? Experiencing many technical issues today. Love the channel name. I try my best to come up with new, inventive, and creative ways to express myself. The rain is strong today? Well, don't worry. If you just lean out the window and you tell it, go away, come back another day, that's it. That's the spell for dispelling rain. Ha! That's dispelling rain! Alright. Oh, is it frozen? I think it's frozen. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Alright, we'll have to restart this thing. Man, I don't know why Retro has been, like, goofing up so bad lately. Does that work? You know, there's a 50% chance that it will work. There's a 50% chance that if you scream out the window, go away, rain, it'll go away. And if it doesn't work, listen, that's the 50% part. It's either gonna work or it isn't. In Macedonia, the rain doesn't do what you say. You've got that rebel rain out there, huh? Still upset they moved the channel icon to the bottom right instead of the top right on mobile? Yeah, that is super weird. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of my my channel icon watermark thing, so we'll see how that goes. I also gotta update my YouTube subs things because, you know, I have to manually keep track of that because for some odd reason Streamlabs will not, but alright, so let me see what I'm working with. 57, we gotta get this thing to 60. I think 60 will be a-okay, especially if I go for type advantages and stuff. And we just hyper beam. You guys know the drill. Ha! You guys know the drill, Beak? Okay, so we're almost done, luckily. What are you looking for? Oh, feeding trough? Yeah. They say lightning never strikes the same place twice. Man, I don't know about that. The Empire State Building gets struck all the time. Recently found your Game Boy Classic again with your copy of Red. You made me play it? Oh, I'm glad I could be a tiny little influence in your life here. But yeah, seriously, I have rather enjoyed everything about this experience so far. I'm sure many months from now I'm gonna be like, ah! But, you know, for right now, it's all good. Oh, the guy who did the laugh thing? Yeah, don't ask me to ever, like, repeat any of my fucking noises. They just kind of spur the moment. I also got my custom sub alert running. Hopefully it'll work on stream tomorrow. I haven't tested it. Hey, that would be super cool. I gotta get a lot of, play a copy of Pokemon Gold. Oh, is that what you're playing? I have to get a lot of stuff done for the channel, so I'm probably... There was an artist that I was looking to go ahead and get some of her to do some of the artwork, but I completely forgot it like 8 times in a row to send her the artwork, and I'm sure she doesn't want to work with me anymore, because I kept saying, I'll send the artwork, and then never have for references. But I mean, I guess I didn't formally do the commission, so at the end of the day... Many months from now, you are gonna be like, oh, not because of the Pokemon, it's just the prediction. Oh no. Many months from now, what do you mean? Am I just gonna be on the road and then suddenly I'm just gonna feel a wave of emotion? I couldn't remember the word for emotion. Just gonna feel a wave of emotion wash over me and I'm gonna be like, that'll be me. I'll be in the middle of a crowded room. Otacon. I'm raising Pokemon. What Pokemon would Snake have? If Solid Snake was a Pokemon trainer, what Pokemon do you think he would actually have? Oh, Ditto would be a good one. Yeah, he would definitely have a Ditto on his team. A what? Why a Weezing? Smoke Screen, yeah. So, a Weezing, a Ditto. Let's see. He wouldn't have a Lopunny. Just because you like the Lopunnies, just because you're sitting there looking up the not safe for work Lopunny, does not give you the right to say that Solid Snake would have it. You was joking? I don't know. I don't know. That's like the second time you've brought up Lopunny completely unprovoked. Ekans, Arbok, Seviper. I don't feel like he would have Snake Pokemon just because they call him Snake. I feel like he would have mission-appropriate Pokemon. Huh? Yeah, he definitely have some utility types on there. So, something that could create a smoke screen. The Ditto would be super useful. Something he could probably use to take things out from a distance. I can just imagine him fucking just pulling out an Oddish from his pocket and just chucking it at somebody. Just to hit him with a stun spore. Sneasel? I thought about Sneasel, but I don't think Sneasel is sneaky. I think... Huh? Abra? I don't even say what? What were you about to say? Yeah, so Ditto, maybe, some type of smoke screen thing, so probably a coughing or wheezing. He'd have to have something that jams electronics and such, so I'm gonna assume that he's either gonna have a Voltorb or a Magnemite. And he would want it to be small, so Magnemite would probably be... Yeah, but a Voltorb he could also throw out to have them use Shock in specific locations. And in worst case scenario, he could have it explode. Maybe a Hypno to put people to sleep? Yeah, I mean, a Hypno would work. But I think some type of long-distance hypnosis would probably work better for him. By the way, what's your guys' favorite Pokemon? Ooh, that's a good question. Huh? Yours is Bulbasaur? I don't know. I don't think I've ever really had a favorite Pokemon. I used to like the Fire Weasel, but not so much the Fire Otter, but not so much anymore. Like, Cyndaquil was cool, but he could use a Voltorb as a grenade. Yeah, he could double down on it. I don't know. If it needs to be tiny, then Joltik? Yeah, Joltik would probably be more his speed. Very tiny Pokemon that he could conceal, that he could use to short out electronics and stuff. I would assume Joltik would probably be better. Let me think. Maybe a Dillibird? Be an unusual choice, but being able to go ahead and carry packages and stuff. Venomoth is your favorite? Oh, yours is your mother? Oh, okay. Your mother's your favorite Pokemon. That's cool. Otis, Slowpoke, or Graveler? Interesting. I would probably say it would have to be between Wooper, Seismitoad, or... yeah, either Wooper or Seismitoad, I think, would be my favorite. Or Quagsire and Seismitoad. Like, Seismitoad, I loved Seismitoad so much. It was such a good Pokemon. Ugh. Of the many water types that I have had over the years, I thoroughly remember enjoying Seismitoad. It felt like the sumo version of Greninja. Like Greninja, but on cheeseburgers. He could have a Kyogre. Stealth would no longer be necessary. Your other favorite Pokemon is God? Oh, well. I mean, we all keep a little God in our pockets, don't we? I know what you're talking about, but I'll let you get it. I believe in you. There you go. Pelipper seems better. He would probably need something to get him in and out of an area, so more likely than not, he would need 2 remaining Pokemon. Snake would need something to get him into an area underwater and into an area... Huh? Yeah, somebody mentioned Hypno, so Drowsy. He would need something to get him in the air and something to get him underwater for utility. So... oh, that shark Pokemon, the Sharkpedo or whatever it is. The really fast one. That would probably be his underwater Pokemon. And then his sky Pokemon would have to be something really quick. But on cheeseburgers, you're making burgers sound like a drug. I mean, listen, I'm just making it, it's like Greninja, but not as active Greninja. Like, I couldn't think of a way to go ahead and say Fat Greninja, so I just thought on cheeseburgers. Aw, man. Frickin' poison. What would be the fastest... what would be the fastest bird that he could get? A what? Yeah, but no legendaries. Snake is not the kind that would have legendaries. He would use all kinds of... he would use common Pokemon. A fast bird. Because... yeah, Latios, they are. Now, Liquid Snake would probably use Kyogre and Groudon and, like, all kinds of flashy bullshit to, like, have the exact opposite stuff that Snake would have. It's always interesting to try and pair, like, Pokemon with video game characters. Like, Kratos. What kind of Pokemon would Kratos have? I feel like he would definitely have, the Machamp. Oh, are you just gonna bunch everything in with gates? It's the way to go. Fast bird. How about Raticate? Man, the only time I don't know if I'd qualify Raticate as a fast bird unless you count throwing it off a cliff. Flying. I mean, Ninjask is the fastest flyer, which kind of fits the theme. Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that. Instead of doing something like an actual bird, he could use a bug. I feel like that would definitely be more his type. Let me think. Kratos doesn't need a Pokemon? Yeah, I mean, none of these people need their own Pokemon. But I mean, if they were Pokemon trainers, what would they use? Crobat and Aerodactyl are one of the fastest. I didn't even consider Crobat would really fit the noose too. Crobat would be really good. It'd be nice, quiet glide. He would just use his fist to beat up a kid. Listen, Kratos doesn't beat up on children, alright? Listen, that's his son. That's different. Listen, his son is his son. He can do what he wants in the comfort... Oh god, yeah, I should just fucking quit right now! Why do I want to even play this game? What am I doing with this? This fucking I'm just kidding. Okay, let's keep going. It's just the rant. That's all. But yeah, let's see. Kratos would probably use very strong or fast type things. Let's see. He would probably pick a Machamp or a Machoke. I think a Machoke would be more his speed. Because sure, Machamp has the 4 arms and everything, but I feel like he would not want to use it just because it reminds him too much of, like, giants. Kratos throwing hands with the kid's Rattata would be funny. Yeah. Just somebody throwing out their Rattata, and Kratos just walking up. You know what? It gives me the same energy. It has the same energy of that clip where that guy goes to the birthday party, and, like, somebody's bullying his kid, so he puts out his arms, puffs up his chest, and, like, slaps the kid in the face. And then somebody's like, hey, you can't, and he slaps them too, and he just starts slapping everybody. That's what it's got the energy of. Kratos would just go ahead and slap a Rattata. And then the kid would be like, you can't, and he'd be like, psh. Officer Jenny showing up, hey, you can't, psh. He would ride a Geodude, give it a lot of caffeine, and go flipping fast. But yeah, let's see. Kratos would probably have to have a Machoke. I could see him using a Scyther, believe it or not. He seems like the kind of person that would actually use a Scyther. Tyranitar? He'd be all strength about his Pokemon, I'm sure. Oh! Maybe a Hitmonchan or a Hitmonlee. No, because I think Machoke fits the position of a fighting Pokemon right there. something with the big hits. Maybe a Metagross? Oh, yeah, Metagross definitely would fit his type. You know, if he had to go ahead and deal with children's card games, or children's games, probably a Metagross. I could see that. Ooh, maybe one of the Reggies would also fit, because I feel like he would be the type to use, like, one legendary just because he has it, not even because he really needs to. Alright, we are... Garchomp? Oh, yeah! Is Garchomp the small version, or is Garchomp the, like, the big one? I don't remember what its evolution is. That's unfortunately a generation I just don't know, so... Hey! Okay, one more level. Garchomp's the big one? Oh, yeah, I got it. The heck was that? Something just made a big, like, pop noise. Like something fell over. Yeah, Snake needs a Braviary because it's the American Pokemon. Oh, that is such a good one. Yeah. That would have to be his flyer, is the Braviary. I didn't even consider that. And, you know, his brother would use something like a fucking Zapdos or some super obnoxious bird. And I feel like Zapdos fits his hyper-arrogant style. Well better than Lugia or Ho-Oh would. Maybe a Slacking? I feel like if you were to give the, some of the dudes that he fights, I feel like Slacking would be more of a, more of something that, like, the End would have from, Snake Eater. You know, nice and slow. I mean, it's not really slow, but... Or are you talking more for Kratos? Because I feel like a Slacking might work. Just one more level and we'll move on to the next Pokemon, so... Don't you worry! I think level 60 should be enough to carry me through the Elite Four. I could over-prepare all day long, but I really do think that level 60 will work. Oh, you're talking about Kratos. Yeah. Ooh, maybe that sword and shield Pokemon? Not like the legendary wolves, but the literal twin swords Pokemon, or whatever it is. Huh? What is it? Aegislash. There we go. How much longer do you think it'll be before you can move on to Victory Road? I don't know. I'm just getting everybody up to 60. And I think 60 can take everything. I think you were right when you mentioned 60, and 62 might be overkill. Because with type advantages and the ability to go ahead and heal up my Pokemon in between each fight and whatever, I'll be just fine. Yeah, and with 38 full restores, I can't see myself running through full restores because I should be one-shotting most everything I come across. Though I don't know about the elixirs and such. I think elixirs restore Pokemon power, right? I don't know. It's been that long, guys. Oh, shit. Don't be stomping. Yeah, it really just depends on however long I can go ahead and, takes for me to grind these boys up. That's really the determining factor. Ooh, nice solid crit. How many Pokemon do you have left to train after, all of them? I have all of them to train, because I gotta get all of them to level 60. So I still have 5 more Pokemon left to get 9 levels on. I could probably smudge it at level 59, but I don't think I'd be able to one-shot through everything if I do. That's my big concern. We'll just drill peck it. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of long, but I mean, if I want to go ahead and get to the Elite Four, that's just how it is. Gotta grind. I mean, it's possible that I could just go ahead and take my rare candies and, you know, missing no glitch it, but I'm trying to avoid that one. Let's see, it shouldn't be too much longer, I think, for... What, 7,000? 4,000? Yeah. Shouldn't be too much longer for level 60. Do you suppose you'll be ready this stream, next stream, or whenever? I am hoping that I am ready this stream, and if not this stream, it'll be tomorrow. Simple as that. But I'm banking on being ready by this stream. I honestly just need a better place to grind is the issue. If there were places that had better XP, I would be about it. But I mean, if I go to Victory Road, I'm just gonna encounter Dittos and Spearows and Fearos, and instead of getting good XP, I'll be getting mediocre XP with a much higher threat level. At least here, the threat level is fairly low, and the XP is still pretty decent. Now, I could go ahead and throw my Nidoking into training with the daycare center, because he's not going to learn anything else now that he's already evolved. I'll be more rewarding if we give it all with the leveling anyways. Yeah, because then I'll know that if I fail, it's because I just didn't do a good job and I didn't grind enough. You know, if I fail, it'll be because I failed, not because I was bad a trainer. Technically, I could technically aim for it right now, but it's not worth possibly losing some of my Pokemon just over the fact that I don't want to go ahead and grind. Can I even Fury Attack on this? Yeah, it'll be okay if it hits 3. That way I can save my drill pecks for higher game up the ladder. Risk should be avoided whenever possible in such an extreme challenge. Yeah, but I'm also early enough along that, I mean, I would lose, what, 12 days, 40-something hours? That's about my loss. 44 hours. So, I mean, better losing it here than losing it in a later game, right? Man, people complain about leveling being too easy in the newer games, but I would rather have that than needing to grind so much. Yeah, I get that, because grinding in these old games, I guess people don't really realize how much goes into it until, like, you have to go ahead and do it. Alright, Noob Destroyer is next. Which is good, because it'll get its Hyper Beam available to it. We'll get the headbutts out of the way, which I think is the weakest of the attacks. Two days straight of nothing but Pokemon seems microscopic compared to the rest of the challenge. Yeah, but you know, I break it up into many hours, so that's the beauty of how I do it. 3 hours a day adds up. I mean, having done Arc over the course of a year, Arc taught me a lot about burnout and how to stream properly and the amount of time and hours you put in, watch metrics, things like that. You know, the important part is more putting in the proper amount of time than anything else. 3 hours is a good enough time. I know most of the time for Nuzlocks, they tend to only grind for like maybe an hour, hour and a half for these videos and stuff. I'm the far end of grinding at about 3 hours to do stuff. Most people would not put in 3 hours of grinding. Please don't poison me, bro. I think the hardest part about all of this, as I've said before, is it's not necessarily that I think the games are going to be difficult. I think it's just that it's going to take so long to do. Oh, 40 plus hours thing you were saying? Yeah, I mean, but who of us hasn't put in, like, 40 hours into just something? I mean, that's what? A job? I've put in one work week worth of stream time. Right? If I were to run an 8-hour shift every day, I would have had about this many hours. Which, hell, I mean, I wouldn't mind putting in 8 hours a day if I actually could. If it were my full-time job to just do this, no problem, I'd do it. But, you know, I don't make that kind of money out of Twitch, YouTube, or anything else, so... What? Maybe. Yeah, it sounded like a bottle to me, too. But I thought it came from over there. Either way, you know... It's fuck lasagna at this point.
It's what?
It's layers of I, layer, don't, layer, give, layer, a, layer, fuck. It's fuck lasagna. It's basically layers of not giving a damn. I don't know, I just made it up on the spot, the same with that explanation. You've heard me say fuck lasagna before? I know in the past I've definitely said, like, this whole experience is bullshit lasagna. I use lasagna a lot. I mean, it's a good food for an insult. You know, listen, if PewDiePie can do it, so can I. Yeah, well, I don't need... You're gonna head out for a bit? Alright, we'll catch you. We'll catch you when we catch you. No issues. Thanks for popping in. Listen, just the fact that anybody shows up in general is the best part about it. I don't need anybody to stay. I just... to know that you guys are out there rooting me on in the Ethereum. It gives me the power and pleasure to be able to fight on. With your shining friendship at my back, nothing stands in the way of victory. What? You don't like my protagonist voice? That's right, you hate when I do that all the time. You guys don't normally get to hear it, but like, I do shit like that around Luft all the time, so she gets to hear all kinds of fun voices and noises and stuff like that. Just me sitting there trying to do a mundane activity. If only I had the power to be able to type in this word! This document, my mortal enemy! Writing up this budget report. Oh yeah, that's big. That's big fish. Funnily enough, the other one that is smaller than the one that I saw. But that's I think a 1.7 fish. The one I saw had to be like a 2.0 fish. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Those are leads. Oh, yeah. If I saw that, I would totally leave it alone.
Unless there's an event going on.
Yeah. You can actually get items and stuff by fishing, so it's a good idea to fish. It's possible to get blueprints from them, too. So if we had members doing everything, what did you miss from last stream? Hey, welcome back, SRB. Nothing too much. I'm working on the Snorlax now. So we're moving on from one thing to the next. But I have decided that level 60 is going to be how I take them on. So once I get everything ground up to 60, we're gonna go hit the Elite Four. And I think I should be good after that. Since it's Friday, I think I'll have some extra time as well to do stuff, so... How's your day been so far? How has everybody's day been so far? Anybody got any exciting plans? Spittin' fire? Yoga fire? Yoga fire. Spitting up on your Pokemon like a funeral pyre. You're over here acting like you're the champion, but you're just a liar. Yeah. Throwing this boy into the bush. Hopefully he gets stuck like he's in a briar. Yeah. Let's see. Just keep body slamming. Day's been fine. Glad to hear it. Man, I know some days are just worse than others, and I'm always like, Man, how do I even get through this day? Ugh, Snorlax, hurry up! Snorlax, we don't have all day, we're the protagonists! Oh shit, talking about protagonists, that reminded me. So, when I went ahead and raided the channel, onto another channel yesterday, it was the Pokemon official channel. And so they were streaming, like, Pokemon, like, I think it was the Alolan ones. And they were using all these moves and everything, and then... Or maybe it was... The Z moves are from Alola, right? I think so. But yeah, they were streaming that. And, like, I'm like, why does the protagonists are the true villains? Sometimes they be like that. Listen, Guts was not a good guy. Oh, by the way, like, I only bring up Guts and Berserk right now because I'm listening to a 21-hour-long documentary on Berserk. And it's crazy. It's so good. I have a newfound appreciation for Berserk after listening to this guy. I'm only like 6.5 hours into it, but... So have you decided who's going to be in the final team? Everyone that's in the final team is going to be on me right now. As much as I would have loved to bring Moltres, Reggie never got back to me. But he requested very early on in the thing that Firo come with me. So, the next time I go through, don't worry... I will bring a legendary bird with me. We'll name it Gerald, and it'll come with me to the Elite Four. But yeah, everybody's kind of stuck here. I really do want to switch out the Firo, but I also, like, he did request specifically to take Firo up to the Elite Four very, very early on. So... Or maybe we'll take Gerald to go fight Mewtwo. Gerald's legacy has yet to start. I can wait for a moment. Oh, is Gerald gonna be your regular name? Is that gonna be your regular Pokemon from here on? You're just gonna name it Gerald forever onwards? Huh? Gerald the Second Jr. That would be hilarious. Name it Gerald, and then Gerald Jr., and then Gerald Sr., and then Gerald the Second, and then Gerald the Second Jr., and then Gerald the Second Sr. Then Gerald the Third, Gerald the Third Jr.
Ah, getting up on me.
Yeah, if you see one, there is never just one of those compies.
I'm on the beach, so I thought it was weird they were calling out.
Also, I think your computer has a better graphics card than mine does, or a better load capacity.
There's so many.
Also, how did you turn off your RGBs? Uh-oh, well, they're not on.
It is on.
Your interior stuff?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, maybe I just can't see it from here.
This fucking yellow line is
That's kind of your plan? just the Gerald. I think what we'll do is we'll probably go ahead and assign everybody numbers, and then we'll just start we'll start rolling for numbers. So everybody will just get a name if their number is rolled. And if somebody's number gets rolled, they get counted out until everybody's number has been called. Sounds like it's time to purge with fire and bullets.
It's so small.
What is it?
A baby coffee.
Grab it. Or kill it. Kill it for the meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill it, but it's so tiny.
Make sure you bring the moss chops with you. Oh, the moss chops that's dead because we don't have any more? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's that little piece of gum looking thing over there. Dibs on 3. Alright. Hold on, let me start. I guess I gotta start writing these down, keeping track of you guys. Wait, where the fuck did my... Oh, it's over there. I was like, where the hell did my notebook go? Can we have Jacques and Gerald be rivals? I mean, that's between you guys, but... Man, I don't know if anybody's gonna be rivals, but... Ooh, okay, Jacques and Gerald will be rivals then. So I guess we'll have a Jacques and a Gerald every time. They'll just be different Pokemon. Alright, so... We'll put you as number 3. So when we come down to it, we'll start just rolling for stuff. What the heck? Come on, Pokemans. Pokemans. Where are the Pokemon? Jaws. I'm over here sounding like some 50-year-old who's trying to go ahead and get a gift for their son, walking up to a Walmart employee. Where the Pokemons at? You guys gotta get any of them Pokemons? My kid was telling me about this one, what's its name? Dotto? Dotto turns into other Pokemons, right? And there's that other one, Pikachu, right? I guess I'll just keep strength and then we'll double... Sir, this is a Wendy's. What's a Thanos challenge? Hello, Lone Wolf. I apologize for not seeing you yesterday. So, number 1, hello and welcome. Number 2, the Thanos challenge is... it's a play on an old theory craft that someone came up with for Nuzlocks. So, the actual thing is the Pokemon Gauntlet, is what it's called. And somebody came up with the idea of going through every mainline series game in a Nuzlocke, playing through the entire thing. And I thought it was such a good idea that that's what we're going for. So the whole Thanos portion of it comes from the fact that you're going for the Pokemon Gauntlet, collecting all of the badges along the way, gathering an elite team to deal with whatever the big bad of whatever that game universe is, all spanning a very large number of games. And if you mess up, just like in the movies, you have to start over from the very beginning to undo all your mistakes. So, it is a grueling, absolutely time-consuming challenge. But I thought Thanos Lock fit it very well. So, you know, if I could finish it, then I will just keep Thanos Lock as the official term for going through the gauntlet. Start looking up trivia on the first Pokemon movie? Oh, I'm ready. Go ahead. So we can start hitting everybody up with the knowledge. Sounds interesting. It's my first Nuzlocke ever. So I'm kind of new to the whole Nuzlocking community, and I'm sure a lot of people will have a lot of stuff to say, especially going for the big crowning achievement of the Gauntlet. I don't think anybody's actually completed the Gauntlet before. I don't think there's been anybody who's made it to the end. And also, you know, the fact that most people end up giving up, thus the snap of failing, so... Yeah, it's a pretty good name for the challenge. Hey, look at that muck. Let's go with strength. Double Edge, I guess, should be a last resort for right now. It has 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, won 3 awards, and has 6 nominations. What number's available? I think we'll start with 1 through 20 for now. Actually, 1 through 10, because I don't normally see more than 10 of you guys at one time. So if there's another number, then feel free, but let's go through 1 through 10. Never completed a Nuzlocke. Generally, first or second gym knocks me out. I have never done it, but I did a little bit of research. I've learned a little bit more about Gen 1 Pokemon and its tricks than I ever thought I would have known. I've only played Generation 1, 2, and 5, so I'm going into the majority of the series blind, too. Alright, Evo, you got dibs on 7. But yeah, I tend to stream Monday through Sunday, so you can find me here most of the time. We're grinding up our Pokemon up to level 60, and that'll be our baseline going in. 149. It's so slow though. That's its one issue. It's god-awfully slow. You'll take number 9? Alright. Seven, because Poison type is my favorite, and 7 is Nurgle's number. That is a good way to go ahead and suss it out. I thought 7... Oh, no, I think it was 9 that is Zinch's number. So what's the 1 through 10 about? Basically it's just us putting together stuff for when we name Pokemon. So a lot of my regulars tend to come in, and I know that we're gonna be going into blue if I can finish off the Elite Four relatively soon. So we're just getting prepared for naming conventions. So I'll just roll a dice, and then we'll see who gets what number and who gets to name that particular Pokemon. If they're available at the time. So 9 is Zinch. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Some random... Let's see. It's the highest grossest anime movie film ever? What, Pokemon? Are you sure?
No way.
Yeah, there's no way. I thought, like, thing like Your Name and stuff like that beat the shit out of it. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Demon Slayer movie was the highest grossing, like, anime movie ever. You're not good at naming most of the time? Hell, I don't think any of us are really good at naming. I mean, look at the kind of names we have. There's no way that can be right. I don't believe that one. 7 is Nurgle, 8 is Corn, 9 is Zinch, and 6 is Slanesh? Huh. I guess that makes sense why all the kids are about the 69, because Zinch Slanesh! What? What kind of combo is that? I'm just being dumb. Figured something Ghibli would be the top. In the United States. Gotcha. Still, yeah, I would assume that, like... I would assume it'd be something else, but I mean... I guess if we talk about not just box office numbers, but highest grossing film ever, like, keeping in the course of over the years as well, I guess that could make sense. Yeah, we're not gonna go below 100 for this, for smacking things. Real kids are about the 11 praise. Praise Malal. Oh no. Malal and Malice. Jeez. You know what I'm curious about? I'm wondering if they really are going to go ahead and introduce the whole Star Child thing with, you know, the Emperor dying. Because we're getting close. I think we're getting close to the point where the Emperor is actually going to fail on the Golden Throne. And the next question is he going to come back? Is he going to go ahead and mix with the Eldar God? It's halfway. I'll just go heal. No reason to really push the button there. When Meowth gets sucked in a tube, James shouts, "Who's that Pokemon?" like they do in an ad break every episode. That's hilarious. I always thought that James was like the fucking realest of anime characters. I fucking loved James. He was such a good fucking character. Just playing around in Darktide, had a veteran in my squad screaming the battle cries of Cadia. That's hilarious. So, where do, what unit do Darktide come from? Like, are they just generic IG? Do they have a specific unit they're part of? It's probably gonna be something where Emps becomes a full warp god instead of buff magical man. Would be cool if the Star Child idea was brought back. I mean, it's not like it's gone. That's fairly recent. I mean, I say fairly recent, but it's still been a bit. I think that was Gathering Storm, where it was still there. I don't know what they've done to it since then, but... yeah, going full Warp God, I could see that. You know, the god of humanity. I could see that being a thing. What is? Oh, that was there yesterday? Maybe they dragged something over to it all the time. In Darktide, you play as prisoner conscripts. If you're playing as prisoner conscripts, then and you're press locked into the IG, you wouldn't be. I guess they could do it at any point. They could just gang press you into it. But I would assume it would be like Krieg, but then on the other hand, they're not really that type of unit. Thought they just had it mentioned in like 10 years. They probably haven't. It's been a while since I've gone ahead and played it, so when Mewtwo defeats Arcanine and Nidoking back and the trainer is presumed to be Gary, is seen, the director jokes about his cameo in the commentary. Huh. Yeah, he does have those, doesn't he? I see, you're not IG, you're just Inquisition fodder. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, how does it work? Because I wouldn't mind playing it, but it's just one of those things that only so much time in a day, and currently, since I've got Ark Survival, like, it's gonna be very difficult for me to do anything other than Ark. Let's go with the double. The only Pokemon not captured or cloned by Mewtwo is Misty's Togepi, since it was hiding in her backpack. No, I didn't know that. That would have been pretty interesting. If it would have cloned it and been like, what the hell is this thing? You're a new Pokemon. Come with me and together we can rule the universe. It kind of makes you wonder, like, is Mewtwo back at his base, like, just chilling around, researching Pokemon? Or does he just, like, just bring Pokemon to his thing to live out their lives away from everybody else? Like, does he know the internet exists? Is he keeping up with, like, current events? I always wonder about that. How do Mewtwo and his Pokemon, like, exist? It's round-based matches and a Left 4 Dead style levels with 4 classes and each having 3 subclasses. Huh. I see. Yeah, I think the interesting part about 40K is the fact that, like, we're getting all of the Primarchs back. Let's see. We've got Girly Man back. We've got Lehman, not Lehman Russ, what's his name? We've got the Lion back, because I can't remember the rest of his fucking name. I think the next one to come back would be... what, Rogel Dorn? Is Rogel Dorn still alive? Or is the Great Khan, or whatever his name was? Because the Great Khan just went off into space to do whatever the fuck he did. In the opening, Ash's Pikachu fights another Trader's Dawn fan, but Gold and Silver hadn't released yet. Yeah, and I think they went ahead and introduced a lot of new Pokemon in the very beginning, which was Pikachu's Vacation or whatever it was.
I love Pikachu's Vacation.
Why do you like Pikachu's Vacation so much?
I don't know, it's just one of those movies I watched a lot as a kid.
Oh, talking about that, what's the cartoon you've seen the most of? Because we had this conversation yesterday.
The cartoon I've seen the most of?
Yeah, the cartoon that you have just seen so many times.
Like I've watched repeatedly?
I'm not sure how else you could interpret that question.
Well, I mean...
Do you mean biblically speaking? Do you mean spiritually I exist? I mean, whatever. Cartoon.
I mean, I've rewatched Orange High School Books Club a lot and Inuyasha.
Dexter's Lab? That's not a movie.
Oh, movies?
Yeah.
You said cartoon. You didn't
Oh,
say movie.
oh, excuse me. Yeah, movies. Cartoon movie you watch the most of.
Oh, cartoon.
You said Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Forrest Gump the anime. Cartoon movie. The Inuyasha movie? Okay. All 4 of them. Well, which one? The Land Before Time? Oh shit, yeah. I completely forgot about that. Also, who the fuck mentioned We're Back yesterday? Was it? It was Super Plush, wasn't it? I think Super Plush mentioned We're Back yesterday, and I had fucking forgotten that movie existed. Let's see.
I don't know, I watched Pikachu's Vacation.
Yeah, but that's like a short.
No, that's a movie.
Pikachu's Vacation? It's a short.
It was on a whole ass VHS. It was a movie.
It's a short.
It was a whole VHS.
Rewatch SpongeBob out of water a lot when you were younger? Nice. Yeah, I haven't really seen much of SpongeBob. I've maybe seen all of 3, maybe 4 episodes. I think it has to be between one of 2 things. I thought about it really long and hard last night. it's either gotta be, an American Tail or Rock-a-Doodle. One of those two movies I watched so often.
Oh! Lion King! What am I fucking thinking? Lion King.
The Lion King?
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time with my grandma.
Yeah, I'd watched it enough to quote it.
Land Before Time. And...
Back
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All Dogs Go to Heaven I've seen, like, twice.
Those are the 3 movies I watched with
A character named Fergus says all of his Pokemon are water types, but he has a Nidoqueen. Listen, Nidoqueen is a water type, clearly. He just had that Galilean Nidoqueen.
Just hated him with Squirt.
He had that Harugana region, like, Pokemon. Watch out, Ajo. It's Sharptooth. I remember, and you'll probably hear me say it from time to time, but nobody fucking understands when I'm like, Luis the Secret Weapon! You've definitely heard me say that. Yeah, it comes from an American Tail, like when the cat that's pretending to go ahead and be a rat comes out, and like they're trying to scare all the cats out of America, and they have this like balloon thing that looks like a giant rat with like fireworks and stuff and like flames attached to it, and she's like, Luis the Secret Weapon! And then it like comes out and it's like this monstrosity looking balloon thing shooting fireworks and sparklers everywhere. Oh man. I think about that scene way more often than I should. When people are asking, are you thinking about the Roman Empire? No. I'm thinking about that scene in American Tail where the lady says, Luis the Secret Weapon. Oh man. That's just one of those movies that I think is so fucking quotable. In the intro, Pikachu uses Thunderbolt to defeat a golem. I mean, in the anime, their typing is very different. Also, Pikachu's power scaling is stupid. The fact that I just watched a Pikachu use 10 million volt as his Z move, and like, it shot out rainbow sparkles everywhere. It was the funniest thing. I came in and they were doing the Z moves against each other, and he was fighting the Island Guardian, and they had used their Z move, and he had used the 10 million volts, and they were using it, and he's like, Pikachu! And then the screen, like, it goes white, like, they just disappear out of existence, and the whole chat was like, oh, they're dead. They're dead. That's it. He Pikachu'd so hard, they died. It was great. I'll say that was a fun channel, except for that one moderator, who, when I was like, I really hate what they've done to Ash's person. I really hate what they did to Ash. Why's he got to be Naruto? And the guy's like, man, me when I was young enough to care about art styles. And I'm like, man, me when I assume someone's talking about the art when they're talking about the personality. And then they shut the fuck up after that. Yeah, thanks, Pokemon Mod, whoever you are out there. Sucks. Sucks to suck. Whoever you are running the Pokemon channel, you shouldn't be a moderator if you're gonna go ahead and be that judgmental.
What did you steal from me?
Whatever is in your last slot.
Wait. Yeah, I did. I knew he was up here, and I totally forgot.
Yeah, well, just be careful, because they can steal stuff, and it can actually fall through the map, so...
Oh, who was Jesus Christ. So it's whatever's in my last slot.
He will steal first. If you put barriers there, you can start to try and tame them. The movie was going to introduce a new Pokemon, Gopher. What the fuck? Gopher Pokemon, who would even that be? Gopher. That sounds like some newfangled Diglett. Or like the precursor to Patrat. Hey, let me go ahead and show you my new Pokemon Gopher. I know you guys have been wondering how many holes can I go ahead and have in a yard. Well, here we at the Pokemon Company, we're going to show you how many holes you can have in your yard with our new Pokemon. Introducing Gopher. He's going to fill your lawn like you had Digletts. The movie was the first Pokemon-related product to involve death. I don't know that, I'm pretty sure that episode, Virtual Warrior Porygon involved some death. Better watch it. Somebody's running up to you. Probably. Are you just gathering stone? Oh, gates and stuff, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha.
I don't like how these rocks break.
Is that Prawn? No, it's the episode that Porygon gets blamed for giving kids, like, epileptic seizures when it was actually Pikachu who caused the seizures. But you can't have your main mascot giving kids seizures, so that's why Porygon has never been in the show ever since. Because he got blamed for a thing that he didn't even do. How's that for your trivia? Gathering these nuts? That's a good way to stop your base from getting hit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have realized that the best way to keep your base from being hit is to build up top. I think that's exactly what's happening. And that's the end of interesting things you found. Alright, tell us interesting facts that you're making up off the top of your head. What are 5 interesting facts that you randomly know that you just made up? Hearted came to... Huh. Like, you know, one interesting fact that I've got is, did you know 1 in 3 camels is afraid of sand?
What? Are you serious? That can't be a real thing.
Do you see how that worked, guys? You see how that went? It was perfect. It's my perfect favorite made up statistic. We used to use it all the time in the military. Like, we saw this picture of a camel once, and somebody took a picture of that camel, and they put, like, a fun facts thing on it, and they said, did you know 1 in 3 camels is afraid of sand? And then they put, like, motivational posters for this fucking camel with the 1 in 3 camels is afraid of sand, and forever onwards, it just became a joke in our office that we would tell people interesting facts, and we would include the 1 in 3 camels is afraid of sand sandwiched in between actual true facts, so people would just fucking quote it. So there's some people out there who still think that 1 in 3 camels are afraid of sand. In Five Nights at Freddy's, hacking the game to increase the character difficulty beyond 20 will not make them harder. Yeah, but if you hack them, like they said,
They don't have the function to build past.
Is there a way to build bases underground? I didn't get to play Ark for very long. We were actually just talking about that. There's no ways to build bases underground, but it is possible to build a base underwater. It's just horribly difficult.
It's a lot of expensive resources.
Yeah, it's very resource intensive, and I don't think you can do it now because there's no vacuum boxes. Yeah, we don't have tech, so it might have been possible at some point, but we just don't have the ability to at the moment. But no, you can't build underground. You can build in the sky. I know some people do that.
Not free floating entirely.
Is trying to learn Hyper Beam. Can't learn more than 4 moves. Delete an older move. Yes.
Oh, never mind. There it is.
What do we get rid of? Body slam, double edge.
I guess I just missed it. It's right there.
Ah. Forgot double edge and learned hyper beam.
Oh, my camera's doing that thing.
Where you're stuck. Go back to base.
Oh,
Yeah, I had that happen the other day, where it went inside my body. I thought it learned it at 58, not 56. Honestly, listen, if you... Okay, I don't know if you'd be able to get into it. Your computer... we have to set our computers to the lowest fucking... Also, set your shadows to the lowest, like, possible setting, and it'll also help with your frame rate. Huh? Yeah, but, like, it's smooth as butter once I got rid of the shadows, or put them to low. Sonic 06 was planned to release for the Nintendo Wii, but when they discovered that the Wii's engine was way too different from the PS3 and Xbox 360, they had to make another Sonic game. That game ended up being Sonic and the Secret Rings. Listen, I don't know what everyone's fucking problem with Sonic 06 is. I like Sonic 06. Fucking come at me, but... Rawr. What went inside your body? What do you mean? Nothing's gone inside my body. You know, really all I would care about, if they made one Sonic thing, they just need to make the Chow Garden. That's it. That's all I care about. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters. I don't give a fuck about Amy, or Knuckles, or... What happened?
I thought it was Watch Chops.
I thought it was a Bloodstalker from the way it looked. Oh, can you not get inside? Okay, here's what you do. Hold your right... Your right thing...
There's a lot of things that are right.
Your right button. Yeah, so try and use that to open the door. I don't know if that'll work or not. Fact number 3, SRB also stands for Sonic Robo Blast. That's pretty cool. Well, there was a dude roaming around, so you may want to be careful about that. Alright, I gotta focus here. I can't keep getting distracted with what you're doing over there. That's the problem, is I'm listening to you. 1 in 250 fish are scared of water? I bet all fucking fish are scared of water. They probably don't even realize what they're in, but they know that water is the place where bigger fish are. And they're probably all just scared of each other and the liquid they're swimming through.
All fish have anxiety.
All fish have anxiety. Jesus Christ! 8,000 fucking XP? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick stop over to, Oh no, because then I might get wiped. Oh. That's probably what it was, whatever the fuck just happened right now. The noise.
I have my headphones on. Oh, that was civil.
Oh, that's probably what it was. You're scared of water in Minecraft? You still see that one guy drowned over and over again in that tunnel? Oh, Ben Drowned or whatever his name is? Isn't that a Link thing?
Yeah, that's a Legend of Zelda.
Legends of Zelda?
That's a Legend of Zelda.
If you're talking about players that have drowned in a tunnel, that's probably me. I'm probably the drowning guy in a tunnel. Aren't we all just drowning men in a tunnel? Fact number 5. Only one character in the Barney universe has ever stated that they hate Barney. Oh, here's some fun facts. Let's see, fun fact number 2. Did you know that there's probably more spiders with hair in the world than people with hair on their heads? It's 5 facts. Number 4 may or may not be real. Consider the following. That is everyone's favorite segment, right?
Now this just looks like I'm playing normal Ark again.
Yeah, but the frame rates are good, aren't they? The frames are pretty good, aren't they?
Even the water's back to normal Ark water.
Who cares? The frames rates are good. Listen, you didn't come to Survival Ascended to have better graphics. You came to play Ark. Man, this is such a long grind session. Delicious frame rates. Yeah, the frames in Survival Ascended, if your computer is not geared to be able to handle it, you're not going to be able to handle shit. It's a what? A calicoterum? I'd like to get us some Megatheriums, honestly. Nah, I wouldn't worry. I'd rather just get it myself. Personally, if people were willing to go ahead and trade off their 150 babies and stuff, I would be happy to go ahead and breed up a thing, and they can take every third baby. So they would just get a free thing for every third baby we pop out. Sitting in the mansion, walking back and forth, looking for the Pokemon. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? I said, where they go? Where they go? Where they go? Where they go? Talking about, like, where they at, where they go, peanut butter jelly time and all of that. Did you know? To explain, when we were both on Flying Islands, we were both in Skya, the floating islands. I filled my old tunnel base with water to prevent people from using it as a raiding camp, and one day, me and you see some guy drowning over and over in chat. Oh, right, because we went ahead and made some bad coordinates we made some terrible coordinates, and we filled the thing so that way when people would try and go in, or we'd be like, hey, there's a secret base thing over here, or we've hidden our treasure at, and they would try and warp to the coordinates, and then, like, it would be like, drowned, or fell in lava, or, like, all these kind of things. I remember those days. Putting in secret treasure that wasn't secret and wasn't treasure. Those were good days. I wish I knew the damage numbers that were coming off of these attacks. It'd be much easier to figure out what I was gonna do with them if I knew the damage numbers. I probably should have grind off screen to get everything up to 60 and just shown you guys, hey, look, we're at 60 now. So you... I know, that's the thing, it just takes so long. I know nobody wants to, like, see me walk back and forth and grind. People want to see the fights. And everybody knows that I already have all the gym things, and all I have to do is, like, grind up the mons. It missed, and I still gotta rest, don't I? Oh, no, it hit. Okay, cool. I was officially out of no more peepees left. Yeah, I think Knife is releasing a new version of Flying Island soon, isn't he? What's your most favorite and most hated video game of all time? Oh! I know my most favorite right off the top of my head. The World's Ends With You is my all-time favorite video game. It is a game that just had such a massive influence on the way that I see life and the way that I approach things. It's very hard for me not to go ahead and occasionally talk about it. You guys have never heard me give the rant, but The World Ends With You, it just... As a teenager playing that game, it changed the way that I just looked at the world. There was a character in there that gave a speech about how your world is always going to be in a bubble, and each of us are always all alone in our own bubbles. You know, the world only exists as far as we can see, and the only way for us to go ahead and grow as people are to clash against other people's bubbles, other people's worldviews. If you want to expand yourself, and you would like to expand the way that you see things, sometimes conflict is a part of it, because the world is always going to end with you. So, yeah, it was just one of those things, it was just so profound that keep in mind other people's opinions, learn and grow, and conflict is not always bad. Like, I am 12 and this is deep. You know, that kind of stuff. But seriously, like, the combat was really good. It was very difficult when I first played it. Very unique game style. But yeah, I really love The World Ends With You. My favorite game ever. Followed closely by Dead Space, Mass Effect, and... Those would probably be my top 3. As for the rest, I don't know. I'd really have to think about that. As for most hated video game of all time, I don't know, that's pretty tough. Most hated? Maybe Hello Kitty World? I think if Hello Kitty World isn't at the top, it's certainly the only one I can think of right now. That god-awfully difficult game is just, it is a game, it is... You may think I'm kidding and just making some shit up, But let me tell you how Hello Kitty World is so fucking difficult. It's so fucking difficult. Huh? Hello Kitty Island? Island Adventure? Hello Kitty World was just fucking... Hello Kitty Island Adventure? No, it's not Hello Kitty Hold on, I'll look it up after this thing.
The reason I know that is because that's also the game that Butter sells.
I'm pretty sure it is not Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm pretty sure it's Hello Kitty World that I'm thinking of.
What the fuck?
Oh, hold on.
What is that?
The Forgotten Classic, it isn't a crappy... It's the... Let's see. With the... Based on Balloon Fight. Hold on. Let me fucking look at this real quick. Look at this YouTube video. And it might be exactly what I'm thinking of, but... Hearing some random guy rant about Hello Kitty is what I live for. But I'm pretty sure it's Hello Kitty World. Hold on. Yeah, it's fucking Hello Kitty World. I'm looking at it and getting mad right now. No! Hello Kitty World is one of the most infuriating games I have ever played in my life. We even sat down and got a whole bunch of gamers, like hardcore gamers, to try and play it. Nobody fucking passed it. It's so difficult that at conventions it used to get set up on a projector and the line would go out of the fucking game room with people thinking, this is gonna be simple. And then it just turned into a clusterfuck of people being like, this is the most infuriating game. So, no. I will not calm down. Anyway. Yeah, Hello Kitty World, fucking insane. That game is terrible. But I'm gonna look up Hello Kitty Island Adventure because I am curious. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Nope, Hello Kitty Island... Whoa, it's got 3D graphics? Is this new?
No, it's not new.
I guess there must be a remake. Because Hello Kitty Island Adventure, it looks like it has, fucking... It looks like it has graphics for... Like, what's it called? It looks like it has the graphics of, Animal Crossing, because I can't think of the fucking word. Yeah, it's... So, I guess Hello Kitty Island Adventure is getting a remaster because it has an official trailer. Or something. And it looks like fucking Animal Crossing. You're about to come over here and I'm just trying to...
About to take the dog outside.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Yeah. But Hello Kitty World is what I'm looking at. If you guys ever want an infuriating game to go ahead and bust your chops on for a while, that's the game. That's the one. One of the few games that when people want to talk about difficult games and stuff, I will be the first person to... I'll probably be the only person to bring it up. But, yeah. I will bring that game up and challenge them to try it and come back and tell me it isn't difficult. $10,000. Fucking, that's insane. 10,000 XP just to go to get another level? Ugh. Alright, give it the old headbutt. guess it could be worse. If it was nothing but Ponytas, I could see this going pretty quick. Because, you know, 10 Ponytas is going to equal 6,000, so it would be roughly about, what? 9... Anywhere between 15 and 20 Ponytas. But the problem is we keep getting all this massive other mixed stuff in here. Oh. Okay. Maybe I just need to keep saying Ponyta. 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 Okay, maybe not. Let me not say Ponyta. Because I'll get coughings if I do. Okay, I guess I just shut the fuck up and one will pop over to me. Alright, should be about, what, 7,000? 5,009? That's going way faster than I expected. That isn't too bad, I guess. It's a lot of XP, but, you know, the fights go pretty fast. It's just the encounter rate that's the issue. Just not fast encounters is all. Alright, 10 to 15 more Pokemans and it should be alright. I think. A note just came up.
That it was gonna shut down or something?
I don't know. Server message. Time for trivia on the second Pokemon movie. Which is the second Pokemon movie? Is that the one with the Lugios and the Hogias? Lugo and Hogia?
No, I think that's the one with the big dog thing that the
6.1.
little kid calls dad.
I'm pretty sure that is not the second Pokemon movie. That's definitely... I'm pretty sure that's the third one, right? I thought it was the birds, and then it was the dogs. I could be mistaken. Just headbutt. Nut to butt. Nut to butt. One hop this time. One hop this time. Free birth. Everybody clap your cheeks.
What the fuck are you on today?
I'm on Pokemon. What does it look like? Also, yes, it is the one of Lugia. Heck yeah!
Is that the one with that shadow Pokemon?
The Entei?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one of Darkrai. Which is even further along. That's like way further in the future. I was watching this documentary that talked about all the Pokemon movies, like, their developments and really cool, interesting stuff about them, but I can't remember where it is, and it's not on my playlists anymore, so... I watch a lot of documentaries on YouTube, guys. Like, it's funny, so today is day 3, and my phone informed me that I have used 60 gigabytes of data as of, like, 10 o'clock this morning. I've already listened to 50 gigabytes worth of data.
Have you gotten on Isekai Slow Life?
A little bit.
That's probably where a good chunk of that's from.
I mean, I can go into my phone and it's probably just me streaming fucking 21-hour documentaries on insert subject here. Ash and James break the fourth wall. James says, make it double, we're on the big screen. And Ash responds, I'll have to catch this on video. That's hilarious. Make it double, we're on the big screen, Jesse. I always thought James was super cool. Now, what always bothers me is that there is a set of... In the show, there is a season, and I don't remember which it is, where Jesse and James are wearing the black grunt uniforms and not the white executive uniforms. So I'm wondering if they got demoted and then they got promoted again. Hey! That wasn't too bad. That took like less than 20 minutes. $12,000. That's gonna be like 20 to 27 Ponyta. And even more Pokemon if we keep getting encounters like this fucking coughing. We'll go to 60. As much as I wanted to just quit on Snorlax and go to 58 instead, I feel like it really needs the extra 2 levels. I think its stats are good, but I don't think they're Elite Four strong enough. And I think it'll be just under where I need it to be if I were to go to the Elite Four now and just take it at level 58 instead of level 50. Or take it level 58 instead of 60. Body slam it. Hey! Give me that muck. I'm about to put it in your mouth, muck. Oh, what did I body slam it? I should have hyper beamed it. I guess body slam worked. Wheezing, 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 wheezing. Nope. Just scary looking old Grimer. Pokemon movie is canon as Ash and James reference meeting Lugia, the episode Mysterious Pokemon X. Yeah, I believe that one is canon. It's weird because the Mewtwo movie is technically canon as well, but Mewtwo erases everybody's memory. Ash doesn't remember meeting Mewtwo the first time, but after the second time, Ash remembers meeting Mewtwo. Because he doesn't get his memory wiped. Yeah, it's really weird because, like, I feel like in those instances, they only mention it once or twice. I'd really like to know what Ash's Pokédex looks like. Because he doesn't have very many Pokemon, but I mean, is it because they don't show the Pokemon he actually owns? Or is it just because he sees more Pokemon than he catches? His Pokédex probably has some really... The collector collects 3 legendary birds of Kanto in reverse dex order. Yeah, he gets Zapdos, and then he gets Moltres, and then I believe Articuno was the last one. Yeah, in terms of ease of access and order, I believe Zapdos, oh, no, Moltres. He collects Moltres and then Zapdos and then Articuno. I believe that Moltres is considered the strongest and Articuno is the weakest? I have no idea. That's probably a fake-ass statistic. I wonder whatever happens to all of these villains. They come out of nowhere, they decide they're gonna go ahead and destroy the world and stuff, and then they just disappear into obscurity. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, people are gonna let them disappear. Also, if controlling the weather was so easy as capturing the legendary birds, why didn't people, like, put some protections in place? Like, people whose sole job it is to, like, track the legendary birds and stuff like that. Like, that's all they do. Or just put fucking geo-trackers on these animals. We've had them for ages. I'm sure the Pokemon world has them. We have the item finder, right? Just make a giant satellite item finder, stick some geotags on them, and voila. This is first Pokemon movie where Brock isn't a main character, but he does get a cameo. He would be a main character in every Pokemon movie until the black and white ones. Huh. Good old supporting cast. I think it's interesting that they finally retired out Ash, and I'm very curious to see, like, who they go with in the future. I think they mentioned it. It was that one trainer who couldn't do shit. But I don't remember or know, frankly. $8,000. 4,000. Holy shit. Finally back. Welcome back. Don't worry. We're almost through. We're almost through with our second Pokemon. Yeah. Writer Takashi Shudo never intended for Lugia to be in the games? Really? That I didn't know. So, was Lugia created specifically for, like, the movie? And it's interesting because, if I remember correctly, there is both a Lugia and there's actually a baby Lugia, as well. Which implies that Lugia tends to go ahead and pass on as a generational thing. So there's probably multiple Lugia out there in the world, where Ho-Oh seems to be unique. Super Plush, was it, now that I have you here, was it you who mentioned we're back? Because I remember seeing it on the chat, but I couldn't recall who said it. And I had forgotten We're Back was a movie until you had mentioned it, or somebody had mentioned it. Like, I also remember playing the shit out of the, like, the Super Nintendo game, too. Movie has the title Pokemon the Movie 2000, but it was released in 99. I think a lot of those things that are in 2000. Yeah, you mentioned the movie. I remember the shit out of that movie. I haven't seen it in so long. I remember they were the nice dinosaurs, and then they went ahead and gave him the things to turn him into the attractions. I remember being scared when I was young of that. It had a SNES game. Thought it was 2003. It did have a SNES game. Yeah, it had a SNES game. No, that movie is old. We're Back is a really old movie. I remember watching it as a kid. Maybe it did come out like forever ago, but I remember having a SNES game for it. Cause it wasn't, I didn't have a PlayStation yet. 1993 apparently. Now, you want to know the best video game movie to ever come out? Super Mario Brothers. That's the best fucking Mario movie. I don't care. Fucking fight me. The original live-action Mario movie, I love that movie. It's such garbage, but it's like the best kind of garbage. It's like the kind of garbage that the raccoons find. Ekans swims in the movie, which it can't do, apparently. Yeah, I tried to teach Ekans surf, but it can't surf for some reason. Yeah, but Nidoking can surf, so can Snorlax. What'd you say? Yeah, but I mean, Nidoking isn't a floaty type. It's a poison type. Never watched the original, but I've always wanted to. Looks bad, but it's interesting at least. Oh yeah, I love the Super Mario Bros. Live action movie. It's so bad. You know what I think the best part is? I have that movie on cassette. Not VHS. Fucking cassette. I listened to that movie on cassette so many times. It was fun. It was like a blue cassette based off of like the original like blue blocks that they had in like the Super Mario Brothers games when it was like in the little tunnels and stuff. And so it was meant to look like the little brick things. So I had it on cassette and I used to listen to it all the time in my dad's car whenever we were driving from place to place, and I listened to it at home. I'm sure I have it somewhere. I'm sure I have the Super Mario Brothers movie on cassette. Man, that brings back some serious stuff. Now that you say that, you're looking up trivia for Mario movie? Listen, you gotta look up trivia for the old live-action Super Mario movie, not the new one. One more level, yep. The only problem with one more level is the fact that... Look at the... 12,000. I mean, this went by really quick. Snorlax got his levels at less than 20 minutes a level. I think it was maybe 10 minutes ago was the last time I had it. So Snorlax is pretty fast. Play Mario Wonder next day. Man, Mario Wonder looks absolute garbage. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like that looks like a really garbage game. Like, I've never understood people picking up the modern day Mario games. I just don't, maybe it's just me, because I don't like the platformers. I like a more 3D movement scape with Mario, but I'm not a big fan of the side-scrolling Mario games, like new Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that. I just didn't like them. The Yoshi puppet was capable of making 64 separate movements and took no less than 9 puppeteers to operate. Talking about the Yoshi puppet. So, babe, do you remember what the name of this thing is? The puppet? The dinosaur thing we have? Hello? Do you remember the game of the dinosaur, or the name of the dinosaur puppet thing we have here? Yeah, the dinosaur robot. Hold on, let me see. Lifelike. Not the Wowies. That's the... Yeah, I'm sure it's on its foot. I just don't recall what it's called. Let me see. Oh, so the D-Rex T-Rex. Interactive electronic dino with remote control. It's the Mattel D-Rex. The fucking... The Yoshi that they used for the Super Mario movie reminds me of the D-Rex toy. I actually bought one in a thrift shop the other day because I saw it and I was like, this is so perfect. I never had one growing up, but it looks almost exactly like what I remember Yoshi looking like in that movie. Play Donkey Kong? Never been a big fan of Donkey Kong either. I think Donkey Kong Country was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool game. Think Mario Wonder looks fun. Grew up on the NS... Oh, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, so you're biased, but it looks good. Decided not to buy it because I'll probably find a better game to spend $60 on. Yeah, I just don't think it looks that great, but, you know, I think I grew out of side-scrolling platforms a while ago. During a chase scene, actor Bob Hoskins broke his finger when a van's door slammed on it. During the rest of the film, he is wearing a cast painted pink to look like a hand. Are you serious? That's hilarious. The more you know, right? We're gonna have to use our hyper beam after this, so this will be the last one we've got. Then we're gonna have to go heal up. That is actually true. I heard it somewhere. That's hilarious. I think some of my favorite things are Lord of the Ring facts. Like, Viggo Mortensen is just super cool as an actor and a person. And a lot of the stuff that he learned for playing Aragorn in the movies, like, he'll probably stay with him forever. The guy who taught him said he was one of the greatest swordsmen he had ever taught in his life. And he was just a natural born swordsman. In addition, Bob Hoskins recalled being stabbed 4 times, electrocuted, and nearly drowned. Hyper beam. Did somebody say hyper beam? Hyper beam. Hyper beam. I definitely feel like it would be some attack that people would go ahead and use before they get into their things. They would be like, ha, I feel it, the burning in my heart, the peoples need me. Hyper beam! And that would just be their magical attack. It just feels like something that would be said in an anime. That gets dubbed. Bro, my neighbors can hear me? Well, maybe you shouldn't be so loud. Hyper Beam is Goku's new favorite move. Hyper Beam! Ooh. What would be Goku's Pokemon roster? Also, I'm a Vegeta fan all the way. I think Vegeta is the greatest. Nearly half an hour of footage was cut to get the movie to a proper running time. What? I said Hyper Beam. What do you mean? Do any of you guys remember me saying Hyper Beam? I don't remember saying Hyper Beam. Listen, you're just hearing stuff at this point. You're just thinking of Hyper Beams. You just opened a Tootsie Pop and it was full of hair? Ugh. I mean, hey, better than opening up a Tootsie Pop and it being full of worms, right? Don't act dumb. Don't act dumb? What do you mean, don't act dumb? Listen, the chat can vouch for me. You guys don't remember me saying Hyper Beam at all, right? Nobody remembers me saying Hyper Beam, right, guys? Vegeta fan, huh? We all know the true master is Master Roshi. That is true. I do love Master Roshi. I think my favorite thing about Master Roshi is just when he's like, "Hey, hey, Goku!" I love when he fucking says it like that. When he's like, "Ah, Goku, bring me a pretty lady!" That's my favorite thing he does. I fucking love Master Roshi. Man, I was an adult when I got into Dragon Ball and everything. I was like 20, 21 years old when I finally got into it. I hadn't watched a lot of anime. And I was on a wait list for 8 months to get into the military, so I just kind of watched through it all. I watched through Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it was fun. How did bro guess? Can't recall whether or not you said Hyper Beam. I'm not sure why it's a debate. Yeah, see, look, I don't know. There was no Hyper Beam. I mean, if I was going to say Hyper Beam, it'd be like something like Hyper Beam. But you know, I wouldn't say that. You know, I don't know what kind of people would just go around shouting Hyper Beam at the top of their lungs or anything. Yeah, nope, yeah, see? Evo knows I didn't say Hyper Beam. Now, you know what noise I would... If I could make any fucking noise, I would love to be able to make the whole Godzilla... I'd love to be able to make that fucking noise that Godzilla makes. I'm sure somebody out there can actually do it, and that's, like, so fucking cool, but... Instead of sounding like Eradicate. I've only watched the first show because Hulu has all the shows except Z. What? I don't think you're dumb. I didn't say anything about that. What are you talking about? Listen, don't be shoving words in my mouth. Don't be making hyper beams coming out of my mouth. I'm not a Pokemon. I said hyper beam like 5 times in the last 30 seconds. I wish I had like a beat button, so that way every time I said hyper beam, I could just be like boop, boop, boop. Mario and Luigi don't wear their signature colored outfits until a little over an hour in. Yeah, I did remember that, and that's why I always thought it was funny that the live action movie is the most un-Mario-like Mario thing ever. And the Goombas! Oh, the Goombas! They're so good! They just fucking... They went ahead and they just stuffed a Packy... They just stuffed the Packy into a fucking leather coat and were like, here you go, Goomba. Oh, man, good stuff. My character is a Pokemon? My character is not a Pokemon, it's just a dog. Anyways, what do you guys think Goku's Pokemon team would look like? For sure, anything that uses Hyper Beam would have to be on there. Because he would definitely want a Kamehameha against the Hyper Beam. I would probably say... Let's see. He would probably have a Snorlax. 100% I feel like he would have a Snorlax. Just because he could eat with the Snorlax all the time, and they could take naps, and they could train together, and he could beat up his Snorlax as much as he wants, and the Snorlax would be like, whatever. It looks like a Pokemon? You look like a Pokemon! I mean, it's funny you say that, because everybody says it always happens to look like whatever I'm doing in my challenge. Like, you think it looks like a Pokemon, but a lot of people used to say it looked like a dinosaur when I was playing Arc. So it just seems like whatever challenge I do, people associate it with that challenge. Alright, next up is the old Lemon Party. What's my favorite and least favorite Pokemon type? I'd have to say my favorite typing of Pokemon is probably water. Just because some of my favorite Pokemon happen to be water types. I know they have their fair share of weaknesses and stuff, but, you know. I don't know, I just like them. Can you say Kamehameha for me again? Kamehameha? Oh, instead of saying Kameha, you know. Yeah, I usually end up saying Kamehameha. You know, because it's based off of the, I believe Kamehameha is a type of, it's a wave? I believe it's a Hawaiian thing. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's a Hawaiian thing. The pan over the city to Koopa's castle took 6 months and it was done by one man. That's hilarious. Profile pic does kind of look like a Pokemon too. It's actually Waddle Dee. Oh, Waddle Doo, not Waddle Dee. I was like, that doesn't look like Waddle Dee. Yeah, Waddle Doo makes a lot more sense. You can pronounce how you want. I guess it can be said that way. Yeah, I just kind of just rushed to Kamehameha! You know. Come on! Come on! Kamehameha! You know, how Master Roshi would say it, right? You choose me? Listen, I don't know. I don't think you could choose me. I'm already chosen. I think my favorite thing... Oh, nice. We moved on to Lemon Party. Yep. Lemon Party is getting the workout. Get this old man moving. Excluding the desk sergeant, none of the enemies in the movie ever referred to the brothers by their real name. Oh, really? Your Master Roshi voice is immaculate. It's only when I start doing the, Master Roshi when he's doing their stuff that it's actually decent. My favorite of the voices is definitely Vegeta. Kakarot! You can't just do that! Who said you could fight Cell alone? Am I a joke to you, Kakarot? You know, that's probably my favorite. We'll probably just Thunder... I guess I could just Ice Beam some of these things. Strong, but not strong enough. What's your favorite and least favorite generation? Ooh. I'd say my favorite generation... So, I have only played 1, 2, and 5. But I do know some of the generations. I think 5th generation is by far my favorite. Yeah, they had some really dumb shit like Ice Cream Cone and, you know, Gothic Girl in a Dress. But, they had like my favorite Pokemon, Seismitoad, in there. So, like, yeah, it's a good Pokemon. Overall, very good generation. A lot of good diversity in there. It felt like a good game. Least favorite generation has probably got to be... I think the Sun and Moon era is probably my least favorite generation. I don't like a lot of the Pokemon they introduced in it, and I thought the concept was extremely dumb. Master Yoshi. Mario never refers to Daisy by her name. Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Live action movie has some of the greatest non-references to Mario possible. Say the Grovement 5 times. The Grovement, the Grovement, the Grovement, the Grovement, the Grovement. Is it supposed to summon them? Is the FBI gonna be like, bang bang, open up? Is that what's gonna happen if I say it? I mean, I don't need to, it's funny because, like, everyone's like, you know, I've probably got an FBI agent watching me. I mean, I know who my FBI agent is who does my background checks and everything, so it's really weird because, like, people always say that, like, they think they're on some watch list that I literally know who does my investigations. I actually have their number on my phone for the person who did my investigation last time. Because anytime you get your clearances checked, you have to have an investigation by somebody in the Bureau, so... Yep. I haven't paid my taxes in weeks? Man, I would be really concerned if I was having to pay taxes right now. I'm actually very curious, like, how my taxes are gonna work this year. Yeah, so usually I end up owing money every year for my taxes and such. It's pretty bad. But, you know, it gets to the point where you stop getting money from the government and you start paying more money to the government, so... I'm kind of worried about all that. See how all that comes out this coming year. Oh, well, welcome back. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there because of the many things that you could say, you know, if you're saying you work for the FBI, that's impersonating a government official, and boy oh boy is that the illegal. Which region do I like more, Kanto or Johto? I think I like Johto better. If I had to choose between the two, I think it's a more diverse... it's a more diverse region. It still has access to the other regions. It tends to be a region that gets referenced here and there. It introduced a lot of the quality of life stuff that we're used to for the games. You know, the time clock system, day and night, different evolutionary paths, stuff like that. So I think of all the Pokemon games, aside from, like, obviously the initial Gen 1 having a big influence because it introduced everything, I think Gen 2 did a fantastic job of including things that would be carried over and built on going forward. You're not lying, you work for the FBI. Well, I'm really not going to go ahead and touch that one. I'm just going to let you continue to roleplay that one, because I've already said my piece on it. The movie saving grace was Luigi and Daisy being in a relationship, which would be incorporated into the games. Oh, that's interesting. I never even realized that. Because Daisy has been in the game for, like, a long time. She's not, like, old. Or she's been in the game for a very long time. She's a lot older than people realize. I always think it's funny because we all know that Luigi and Peach are the actual option. Cough, cough, their kid Rosalina. But your favorite generation is Kanto because it's the one you know the best. Your least, I don't know. Guess Galar because I literally know nothing about it. After the brothers steal a police car, the text on the side is momentarily reversed. Well, man, these are such crazy facts I didn't know about the Mario live-action movie. It was weird when watching the new Mario Brothers movie because I was not sure that Chris Pratt's rendition of Mario was going to be good because they really did us dirty when they did the trailers and they put that out there and they were like, hey guys, he's going to be the new voice, and then they came up with some really garbage lines. And you know, everyone's always used to the, it's a me, Mario! Wah, 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 you know, all of that. And then their kid is Rosalina. I'm sorry, Luigi has... And Daisy has brown hair, Rosalina's light blonde. Somebody cheated. That's the whole point, is that's kind of the joke. The theory anyway, the theory is that Rosalina is the kid of Luigi and Peach. Just based off of genetics and genomes and how they would pass on and traits and stuff like that. Also, if you guys hear me constantly doing, like, voices and noises and stuff like that, I practice shit like this all the time. I actually have quite a lot of stuff under my belt that I can do for voices and accents and stuff like that. So, also like Johto more, but in Crystal you can visit both regions. Yeah, I think that is my favorite part, because Crystal, I think I played Crystal more than any other, no! Yeah, I played Crystal more than any other version. I think White version I played second more than anything else. But the only issue with, like, the original Gen 1, the kids that I played with and stuff when I was younger, they all played Gen 1 and everything, but they, like, had all this time invested and everything else, and I wasn't over there, like, I wasn't game sharking Pokemon in, or anything else like that, because I didn't have access to that. My dad barely got me the Pokemon games to begin with. So, you know, all these kids were cheating in all their Pokemons and getting stuff, like, super hacked and roided out, and my Pokemon were over there looking dinky, so I had nobody to really, like, play with or anything. Rosalina is a goddess, I thought? I have no clue. I don't know anything about Mario except for, like, wow! That's about it. That's my Mario knowledge right there. You like voice acting too? Always practice voices for... that's partially why I like making plush videos. Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to go ahead and do voice acting. It would be a dream job. I've always liked stuff that has to do with my voice. I've always felt that if I could be recognized by my voice, that would be wonderful. I don't really care if people would recognize me. I don't want to be famous, but being able to use my voice to make a living, whether it's doing motivational speeches, whether it's doing voice workshop classes, whether it's voice acting, whether it's voiceover work, whether it's, you know, stuff like, hello, and welcome to the training course. Today, we'll be going over these 7 topics in the module. If you are going on a Mac, make sure that you go ahead and introduce by pressing the FN key. For those of you who are on PC, please click OK now. You know, I would love to go ahead and be the voice of, like, computer, like, training everywhere. That'd be fucking hilarious, because every time I hear it, I would think about myself. When they enter the tunnel during the police chase, the message on the computer screen says, warning, tunnel not finished. And it's misspelled finished with 2 N's. When Koopa is defeated, the king turns back into a human, but the Goombas do not. Oh no, is the Goomba, like, a permanent thing? Do you also play Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2? I have played Pokemon Stadium 1. I don't think I ever played Pokemon Stadium 2. In this series, I don't think I will. It'll just be the 34 mainline games, so we won't have to worry about Stadium or anything else like that. But there wouldn't be any trading anyway, so it would be very, very, very difficult. I think if I ever decide to go for an Ultra Thanos lock, I think that's going to be a very, very difficult thing to get through Stadium. Plain voice is kind of boring. It's not really that distinguishable. But at least my Waddle-Doo voice is pretty recognizable. I should stream watching the Mario movie? Can I do that? Is that a thing I could do? On my Discord? Yeah, I could probably do that on my Discord. Listen, watching a movie with me is very entertaining, because I would definitely have all those kind of old facts and stuff, and you guys would get to hear me fucking bust out laughing. Huh? Oh, you're talking to yourself over there? I feel like if I was gonna stream a movie to the community, I would definitely stream Little Nemo's Adventures in Slumberland, so that everyone could understand the wonder that is that anime. 8,000. Yeah, so this is gonna be a long-ass grind, too. I think it'll take an hour or something to get this one up as well. Sounds like a great way to get Nintendo to assassinate him. I don't know if Nintendo would come out after me over the live-action movie. I'm sure they would. They would come after some petty... Listen, you know, what if I live streamed, listen, what if I just named what if I live streamed Super Hornio Brothers? They... I'd get banned from YouTube. Who's my favorite voice actor? Ooh, I don't know. Like, hard question. And it's probably not even anybody's top, but Stephen Ogg. I actually signed him up for Extra Life myself, like in person. A few years ago when I was still, by a few years ago, I mean it was a while ago, when I was still active duty and everything. I've met him. He's a guy. He's decently alright. I don't have anything bad to say about him. He was a little bit touchy when I called him a voice actor, and he was like, "What do you mean? I'm a real actor." And then he got really offended that I said voice actor when I was, you know, I had only known him from his voice acting roles originally. Because he got that charisma. I think I'm gonna go soon, getting quite late on my end. Yeah, that's, it's heading out towards 9 out over there, so, yeah, I can see it. Well, with the way this is going, I am thinking I may not go ahead and get that done today, and I may actually end up doing the Elite Four tomorrow. Just because of how long it's going to go ahead and take to go ahead and, to get these levels up. I just need to start using my Fire Blast on, like, coughings and shit. Because it's not very effective against any of the fire Pokemon here, so... As much as I would love to go ahead and do the Elite Four today, I still have 3 more Pokemon after this to get all the way up. And on one last least favorite Pokemon. Let me think about that. Least favorite Pokemon. Least favorite Pokemon? I'd probably say it's Vanillish. I know it's kind of a newer Pokemon. Spinda also probably is up there. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of a lot of stuff from, like, Generation 6 forward. I feel like there is a lot of lazy, and extremely brain-dead production after Gen 6. I mean, Gen 5, you could definitely see that there was a lot of lazy production to begin with. Rotom is, I think, pretty cool, but I also think it's very lazy, creation, so... I don't know. Probably between Spinda and Vanillish. How much do I have left of... I've got some left of some of the other stuff, so we can just thrash our way through a lot of this. I feel like this is going so much slower for this Pokemon than it did going through Snorlax. Snorlax seems so quick in comparison. Funny, you liked Sun and Moon region, but you didn't like X, Y, or Sword and Shield. What did you like about Sun and Moon? Alright, SRB, thank you very much for popping in. Your support and watch hours are always appreciated. You have a fantastic night. Pat Rat? Ugh. I guess I can understand that one. Pat Rat is not a very good one. I think Bidoof is pretty bad. I may joke about how Bidoof is cute and all this other stuff, but Bidoof is pretty bad Pokemon. Pretty bad Pico Man. Alright, let's fire blast this coughing, show it what it's really worth. Or just miss, that works too. I think it's because Lemon Party has a lot of moves that require small animations, even with the animations off. Bidoof is derpy and you love it? Yeah, I mean, it's derpy, and that's the thing. I'm just like, it's not the kind of Pokemon I would really like. Bidoof is a little too dopey for my likes. Damn, sorry, Grimer. I didn't mean to have to fire blast you into non-existence. What's my favorite steel Pokemon? Ooh, Skarmory. Yeah, if that's how I feel, I should just go in and give up right now. What am I even thinking about this? Why am I doing this challenge? Fuck Pokemon! Alright, let me get my controller back now that I've tossed it. Huh? I really need to, like, up the thing on that Ash Ketchum ramp. Yeah, Skarmory is my favorite. I don't know why, but I just have this headcanon about Skarmory. You know. So, it's one of those things that even though Skarmory had to do it, that's okay, no issue. Even though I feel like Skarmory isn't that great, I just love it being Steel Bird. We'll just Ice Beam. Okay. Only 6 more god-awful levels. The leveling isn't too bad, but... oh. Not very familiar with steel types, but I guess I'll go with Steelix or Aggron. I forgot about some of the newer generation stuff. Zarp, what about yourself? You've been asking all these questions about the Mons. What about you? What have you got for your favorites? Be right back. Alright. I'll probably still be here. Just exploding the Mons. Raining the thunderbolts down on their head. Trying to grind, but my motivation is dead. But that's alright, because I'm getting XP. And as long as I have the viewers watching me, it'll be okay. It'll be alright. Cause we'll just walk around until the screen flashes and we get into another Pokemon fight. Favorite's probably Metagross. That's a good one. Yeah, Metagross has quite a variety. I mean, it's super tanky, and I believe for a while there it was a pretty heavy competition player, wasn't it? We'll go heal after whatever this next one is. That way I always have 2 attacks open to me just in case. Alright, here we go. I don't know why it feels so long. Maybe I shouldn't have used Fire Blast there. Maybe I should have put something else in. Because it seems like I never ever seem to hit with this Fire Blast. I miss way more often than I hit with it. What's my favorite and least favorite water starter? I don't like that new Duckbird thing. I think it is my least favorite of the water starters. And my most favorite is going to be... I don't remember what its starting evolution, or what its starting Pokemon is. Blah, 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 blah. Let me take a look. Give me 1 second. I'm looking it up right now because I can't remember what it is. I think Oshawott was pretty cool. Samurott was a fairly strong Pokemon. I liked Oshawott quite a lot. It had a lot of versatility. But yeah, I hate that new duck thing. It looks very dumb. At least in my opinion. She wanted to pop back in, say I'm doing stuff tomorrow, won't be able to catch the next stream. Alright, I understand. I'll probably go ahead and put something out. Put something out there. So, more likely than not, I hate to say it, but I'll probably be doing the Elite Four tomorrow. But if that is the case, and that turns out to be what happens, then go ahead and catch it on, just catch it on the thing if you want to see it. Catch it when it on the VOD or whatever they call it. Video on demand. Coming soon to a YouTube near you. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of my generation stuff is really limited to before like the 5th generation. As much as I'd like to go into some of the older stuff, I haven't really played or paid much attention to Pokemon in like a while. This foray into all of it, that just means I'll be here when you start Blue. That it does! You'll get to see the wonderful me starting with Bulbatoad again. Onion Frog. I guess everybody will just compete for whatever it gets called then. If people are gonna fight over naming the original one. Should've just gone for the Ice Beam. Because Ice isn't going to do shit against a lot of these fire types. The reason I used to think Ice did so much was I remember fighting against the gym leaders and using my fire Pokemon and thinking this is going to be so easy. But every time I went into those fights, I got my fucking Charizard frozen. So I was under the impression that Charizard was not good, like, that Ice was really good against fire types, because I always got frozen in those games. We'll just thrash it. Oh, cool. Okay, I have another level in 1 or 2 Pokemon. 1, because it's gonna be a Ponyta, right? You gonna give me a solid Ponyta? Anything above a level 30 Ponyta? Anything above a level 30 Ponyta? Okay, I guess that works, but I don't think it's gonna give me the XP I need. Nope. 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 Chuck Testa. Here with the most lifelike stuffed Pokemon you've ever seen. Is that a Wurmple? Nope. Just Chuck Testa's lifelike Pokemon taxidermies. That would be a pretty funny commercial. A Chuck Testa commercial, but Pokemon. 34. 30. Listen, you came a little too late, Ponyta. Pongita. $8,009. That's not too bad. I mean, that's about anywhere between 10 and 17 Ponyta. That's an XP measurement. Do you think fairy powers are overpowered? I have no idea. I have no clue if they're overpowered. I have not played any of that new generation, so I wouldn't know. I know that they have a lot of type advantage, and I know that giving fairy type to a lot of things really gave them a dominance and cut them out into the field. I've heard all the arguments about them being overpowered, and I've heard all the arguments about, like, how they kind of replace dragon types in the position that they used to be. But I couldn't tell you. Having not played them, I don't really have an opinion on it. I know that there are a lot of mons that I have played that will eventually fall into fairy, but I am kind of curious why they introduced fairy, you know, as a dragon counter and everything. I get it, but still, it feels like there was no real need to introduce a new typing into Pokemon. Not to me, I didn't think so. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned and feel like it just wasn't necessary. Even for the health of the game. Yeah, we're just going through the thrash since it's continuous. And not like I have to worry about the confusion anyway, so. So what would make... Hello, Mapper, welcome back. What would make a fairy type overpowered? Because I know that the community says that they're pretty overpowered, but I don't know what makes them so good. So good, don't you know? Baby, don't hurt me. Fairy type Pokemon exists, so poison attacks are more useful. Man, inventing a whole new type so that way your poison can have an advantage. Oh, goodness. Man, all this grinding is just like fucking putting me to sleep. I wish that, like, bugs had more of a viable, like, option. I don't know so much. I don't remember if they get better in the further generations, but I remember just bugs being so terrible. We should get through this one pretty quick. I hate how it has to do that little tail wag. It's so dumb. Let me see. 3,000. Yeah, we should have another level soon. A little bit faster than I was expecting. A lot slower than I wanted, but Ice beams. Ice beams. Ice beam. Ice beam. As long as Quiver Dance won't get banned, then bugs will still be good. What's Quiver Dance? There's a lot that I'm gonna have to catch up on. A ton that I'm gonna have to catch up on getting to the later generations. So, I'm sure I've said it before, but I'm fairly ignorant about a lot of the stuff in the Pokemon world. It boosts special attack, defense, and speed. That is phenomenal. Is it like a 1-2 stage increase? I mean, that's pretty damn good. 3 stat stack on a single move. Oh, 9,000 and change. It's still got plenty of Thunderbolts. I don't know why I walked outside. My brain was like, please stop. I've got an aversion to this. No more. Okay. Sorry guys, if I'm just fucking sitting here, I'm like... I'm bored out of my mind. It's a powerful move, but bugs have very bad physical defense, so I have noticed. So I have noticed. Good old Weezon. Good old Weezing. I have no Fire Blast, so I guess you'll just thrash it, it's fine. Not the Pokédex. When was the last time you catched a shiny Pokemon? Holy heck. The last time that I caught a shiny Pokemon... 2001. In the entirety of my playthrough of Generation 5, I didn't catch a single shiny that I recall. So I'm pretty sure the last time I caught anything was in, like, Gold and Silver. So probably, like, 2001-ish. Or whenever it came out. That was probably the last time I caught anything shiny. I have the absolute worst luck when it comes to Pokemon. By pretty quick, at least this one. Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon in over a decade. This being my first Nuzlocke, and this being the first Pokemon I've played in 10 years, it is very eye-opening to the stuff that I do not recall about Pokemon, and my knowledge of Pokemon has been proven time and again to be so lacking. Let's see. I believe the last shiny Pokemon that I caught, too, was a shiny Yanma. I believe that was the last shiny Pokemon I ever caught. Hit it with the Thunder Smash. Did you plan to watch the Pokemon anime in order to refresh your memory? Not at all. I plan to kind of just go up to stuff as I go. No, what I intended to go ahead and do is, as I encounter each generation of games, catching myself on what the Pokemon that go in the game is, checking to see what people normally go ahead and approach it, keeping maps and routes handy so that way I can go ahead and check them as well. I really came in this thing hyper underprepared. I think the only thing that I knew was that I was going to attempt the challenge to try and get through the gauntlet and complete a Thanos lock, but no, past that, I didn't really come in with much of a plan, honestly. I kind of just planned to go ahead and be doing this for a while. Nothing else on. And then, I plan to use dumb things like my Master Ball and an Abra or whatever if I needed to. I'm gonna have to learn about IV training, and I'm gonna have to learn about, you know, dispositions and like Pokemon natures and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to really need to understand as I go forward. Because once I'm in 3rd generation, that's it. I am already at the point where I know nothing about Pokemon anymore. Not until we get to 5th gen. Guess Ice Beam it is. Frozen Solid. Nice. Back again. Well, welcome back again. Don't worry. My brain is just slowly falling out of my ears. Man, if Pokemon didn't disappear when I was taking them out, I'd have a serious problem. This whole place. This little engine room would just be like, Ace Auto did Pokesaws. Whole room just full of knocked out Poketops. Did you also play the TCG? Heck yeah, I played the shit out of the TCG. I really enjoyed that. Man, I remember when it came out and everything, I really enjoyed it. When I first got into Pokemon cards, I didn't know shit about, like, Pokemon whatsoever. I remember trying to go to a Pokemon thing, a Pokemon event, with my deck, and it was just a whole bunch of Pokemon, and I didn't know anything about energy cards and whatnot, and I remember getting there and, like, fucking crying because I didn't know how to play. Oh, man. I even got I even have, and I'm sure it's around here somewhere, a special promotional paper playmat with all of the moves, or with all of these steps on it, and it has, like, special positions where you can put everything onto it, and it even has, like, a 2-player section. How long do you suppose you're gonna be at it today? Honestly, probably not too much longer. As much as I would love to go ahead and do this all the way, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm sitting here, like, I'm fighting against my eyelids to keep it going. Like, I'll probably go ahead and start my grind a little bit earlier tomorrow, so that way I can put in the time to grind and then actually do the Elite Four fight, and then probably move directly into Blue after that. But they recently added that game to Switch, and Game Boy. Played it for a bit, had no idea Pokemon cards before, getting the hang of it. Yeah. And the version that we have, I think the version that is stateside is a very interesting one. If don't say I didn't warn you, but there's a cheat in the American version. So if you go into a fight, I think it's down A, that it opens the thing, but I think you can win pretty much any fight by hitting down A and just instant your way through it. It's how people do the speed runs for the game. They kind of just race their way through and down A as quickly as they can. I believe it's down A, maybe it's down B, but there's one of them that there is an instant win button for literally doing down plus whatever button it is at the same time. It forces the menu to try and select something that doesn't exist there, but it selects this non-existent thing, and it just wins you the match. Let me see how much does it have left on it? 7,000 something? Oh, that's far too rich for my blood. Yeah, tomorrow will probably be the Elite Four fight, if that's going to be the case. I thought it would be today, but no, I don't have the heart or the eye ability to keep my eyelids open to do that kind of fight. And Lord knows, I do not want to go ahead and get into the... Was that an intentional? No, it was completely a glitch. And it only exists in the American version. If you do it in any of the other versions, it doesn't operate that way, and it will just freeze your game. But in the American version, for some odd reason, it's like an instant win condition. Yeah, I don't know why, but it does, just a quirk of programming. Anyway, guys, I think I am calling it for today. As much as I would love to keep going, I'm gonna fall asleep if I sit here and grind any longer. More likely than not, what I'll end up doing is getting on a little early tomorrow, go ahead and grind out a little bit longer. At least it's Saturday tomorrow, so I have a bit more time to play. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'll probably get up a little earlier to go ahead and give it some time, grind it out for a few more hours. And if I finish out the Elite Four and we finish that out, then I'll go ahead and, yeah, I'll move on to the next generation. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, like, sub, share, follow, all of that good stuff helps the channel grow. We are here Monday through Sunday. We'll be back grinding and hopefully fighting the Elite Four tomorrow. If you guys got any comments, be sure to go ahead and leave them over on the YouTube channel. I'll try and get back to everything that pops in there. And as always, you guys have a fantastic night. And until I see you all again later, stay golden.